So I had a friend of mine when I was in high school pass away as well, tragically. He was in a car. Him and his father were in a car accident, and the father had a heart attack behind the wheel, and they crashed into a pole, and they both died. So I have that as well.
Yeah.
And I know you give a lot of context. Like I love the skit in the beginning when you're almost like talking to him, and you're like, hey, you know, I know that I wasn't the best influence, and you are very open and self-aware and admitting to you. It almost feels as though like you're trying to say like it almost should have been me.
Everything you're saying is true, and that record was me kind of releasing the anger I had towards myself. I think with this record, I hope that people that have been through a situation where they've lost someone that they cared about a lot, particularly someone young who deserved better, I hope that this gives you some level of comfort and gives you the ability to see that, like, just because things might not have been in a great place when you lost that person, that doesn't mean that they don't love you and that you weren't important. I was wildly important to Ben. I miss him a lot. This was healing for me. To be honest, this record is very selfish. You know, I hope that it helps people, but I did it for me. I wrote so many songs to honor him, and I threw all of them away. This was the first thing that I did that I felt like actually explained how I felt. And I think for the first time, I was truly calling myself out for the things about myself that I don't like and the things about myself that I needed to fix. And the things that he always pushed me to be, you know, to make me better. You know, he was one of those friends that didn't, you know, you could be a total fuck up and he'd still love you. And he'd be the first person to get in your face. He was the only friend in my friend group that wasn't afraid to get in my face, because at that point in time, I mean, those of you who may know me from the days of Lost Collective when I was doing my residency, I was not necessarily the friendliest person in the world. I was stressed, unhappy with my life. I had a lot of stuff going wrong for me. I'd say pretty much everything was going wrong for me at that point in my life. And he was that one friend that no matter how bad I got, he's held me accountable. He got in my face. He wasn't afraid to tell me I was wrong, even when I would snap back. And I appreciate for him for that. And this is, a lot of this was to honor that person, you know, to show him like, look, I'm changing, I'm getting better, I'm a different person than I was then, and I'm gonna honor, you know, everything that, all that effort, all that time, all that work you put into me as a person. I'm gonna honor that, no matter how mad he got at me, how bad I fucked it up. You know, we lived in an apartment together and we almost got evicted because of me, because I wouldn't pay bills and I wouldn't, you know, like, and he got in my face, he screamed at me, he did all that shit, and then he said, how can I help you? And that's the kind of person he was.
Wow.
So I miss him dearly.